Water, the cycle of life. Water, water everywhere, and nor any drop to drink. Are you familiar with this quote? This is taken from the poem The Rime of the Ancient Mariner by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. The sailor is stranded in his boat, surrounded by the undrinkable salt water. He quickly realizes how important fresh water is to his survival. Do you realize how important it is to your survival? You never realize how valuable and important something really is until it is gone. I know you've all lost something important to you at one time or another. Now imagine your day without water. Imagine you've lost the ability to walk over to the nearest faucet. We take it for granted because fresh water is easily obtained in our lives. But there are people around the world, every day is a struggle to find this valuable resource. Water is the most common resource on Earth. There is so much water on Earth that if we evenly distributed around the planet, the water would be 5 miles deep. That's a lot. Unfortunately, the majority of this water is undrinkable because it is salt water. In fact, less than 1% of all the water on Earth is fresh water. That is what makes this fresh water such a valuable resource. This fresh water can be found within the water cycle. This cycle has no beginning and it has no end. It just goes on and on. The water moves within the cycle. Water evaporates into water vapor, and then this water vapor will condense into clouds. Precipitation in this form of snow, sleet, hail, or rain falls to earth where the water runs off into a body of water, or it soaks into the ground to become groundwater. The cycle then starts again. A water shortage is really a problem with where the water is distributed within the cycle. You can't always get water where, when, or in the quantity it is needed to a certain area. Communities withdraw water from groundwater aquifers, rivers, lakes, or reservoirs. These sources are eventually replenished by rain, but it can take a long time, maybe hundreds of years. Restoring any of these water sources by rain and other precipitation can be timely, especially in an area that doesn't get a lot of rain. Man can live for about a month without food, yet man can live less than a week without water. Water is essential to survival and life. Many take this precious resource for granted. Jacques Cousteau once said, "The cycle of life is intricately tied up with the cycle of water." Essentially, water is the cycle of life. Yet we pollute it, we waste it, and we use it without thinking. It needs to be valued. 1 quart of oil can contaminate 250,000 gallons of water. But few think about this as they dispose of the oil down the drain or sewer. The trash in the landfill rots and leaches into our groundwater, the groundwater that we drink. For this reason, we need to care about what is thrown away and what needs to be disposed of properly. Household hazardous waste includes many products that are commonly used in the home. Oil, fertilizers, pesticides, batteries, cleaners, aerosol cans, light bulbs, thermostats, and paint. All of these things and more are toxic to the environment, thrown away improperly, and they end up in our waterways and into our drinking water. Pollution plays a large role in the damage to the environment and depleting clean water sources. 40% of U.S. lakes and rivers don't meet water quality standards. Many towns around the state have facilities that will dispose of these hazardous waste items so that we protect our drinking water supply. In my county, our household hazardous waste facility is located on a major highway. How many times have you been told, "Turn off the water when you brush your teeth"? Dozens of times, I am sure. Why tell us this over and over? Conservation. Conservation is important. Each person can make a difference in protecting our precious resource. Use only what you need, not what you want. There is a difference. Must you take such long showers or fill the bathtub all of the way? The glass of water you only drank half of. Instead of pouring it down the drain, go water your potted plants. For every gallon that is used, the utility company has to extract it, clean it, pump it into your house, pump it back out, and re-clean it. It's a whole cycle of its own. The average household uses 400 gallons of water a day. Our water filtration plants cost millions of dollars to build and are limited on how many gallons a day they can clean. By conserving our water, we can meet the demand our growing communities place on these facilities. The water we pollute is the water we drink. The water we waste is the water that starts its life in the water cycle again. It is hard to imagine our daily life without the convenience of turning on that faucet for clean water. But it could happen. Think about the victims of Hurricane Sandy. So many went without power and water. Their daily lives became a search for clean water, our precious resource. We each must realize how important and valuable water really is. Thank you.